Hey, and welcome to another episode of You Love Comic Books. This is episode 52 of a YouTube show where I showcase my recent comic book hauls, comic book speculations, and stuff from my collection. Before I get into the haul, please check out the links in my captions of every episode in the YouTube. One's for my Instagram, You Love Comic Books. There you can find stuff that you'll see in this video, stuff from my collection that I post. So check that out. I'm also selling some stuff on there as well. Check out my eBay under the same name, You Love Comic Books, where you could find video games, toys, comic books, trades, etc. All right, let's get into this haul. This one should be a shorter video. I tend to ramble a lot. Of course, I like to give details of the books that I buy. I usually don't. I get things for a reason. If I don't spend too much time on it, it's probably because I just thought it was cool and I grabbed it. It's probably like $1 or something. So I got some good stuff in here, I think. I think it is. You could tell me in the comment section what you think. You know what? If you like comic book hauls, give this episode a like. If you like comic book collecting or anything like that, if you love comic books, just like it says in the name of the show, why not become a subscriber? Smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Help me defeat the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's get into the haul. Fantastic Four, #1. That's right, it's another #1. This is legacy number 694, which means we will be getting an issue 700 soon. Now, the curious thing is, will they continue? This is what Marvel tends to do. They'll keep that number for a little while. Like they'll do a 701, a 702. And then the question is, how long do they stick to it until they feel like they need to do another #1 again? They do this with SpiderMan all the time. It's very, if you're a store, it's got to be really confusing when someone comes in and says like, hey, can I get like Spider-Man #5? And at first, they're going to be like the one with Dr. Doom from like 1963 or 62. Sure, it's going to be like 20 grand. And like, no, the one from 2015. Do you know which volume that is? All right, to be honest, I haven't read this. I don't know if I'm going to buy the series anymore. I read the Slot series, and I didn't like the way it kind of just fizzled out, and they just decided to start over again with a new team. I do love this I was going to say Axl Rose. Alex Ross cover. I think it's pretty cool. There's a new graphic novel he did that kind of uses a similar style, so he's kind of continuing that with the covers of these new series. He's not doing interiors of this. I skimmed through it. It's mostly a Ben Grimm, Alice Masters issue. So whatever. All right, on to the haul. This one was from the Dollar Bin. New Suicide Squad, #11. The reason why I bought it is because it's a bombshell cover featuring Poison Ivy, and it was $1. Thought it was cool. So, yeah, there's that. All right, I went to a different store. I like to go to the store once in a while. And the guy, the owner is really cool. Hooks me up with stuff all the time. So, here we go. Daredevil, $2.31. This one was like $3 or something. He gave me like a little bit of a discount, so whatever. This is part of that, like, Born Again storyline. I think it's called Born Again. It starts with like 227, I think. And that's kind of like this whole run from this era kind of blew up because of the announcement of the Daredevil TV show that's going to come out on Disney Plus in like a year or two. And it's going to be called like Born Again. So I figured try to grab these issues for cheap as possible, I saw one store was selling 227 for $60. I was like, that's a little too much, but whatever. Someone buys it, more power to them, I guess. The Power of Warlock, #3. This one was like 12. Again, it gave me like a little discount after. Pretty good condition. The only really bad thing is just got this little like color breaking bend here. But overall, really nice for a 20-cent book. I only need now one more issue #6, to complete the Warlock run, 1 through 15. Warlock is a confusing comic because it went from issue 1 through 8. They canceled it. He came back in Strange Tales like a year or two later, did 4 issues, and decided to continue Warlock into his own series, but instead of starting at a new #1, they started at number 9. So, very different, but whatever. I don't know why they chose to do that. Maybe they should have stuck with the number 1. Maybe it would have done better. All right, here we go. Spider-Woman 37. I grabbed this one. This one's a really nice copy. I didn't realize this. This is a pretty good key, actually. This is the first appearance of Siren. She was like a main character in like the X-Force series back in like the 90s. She's, you know, it's just a good take. Any first appearance of X-Men characters is great. There's a couple of key issues in the Spider-Woman run, and I didn't realize it was this issue that was her first appearance. So that was cool. I grabbed this one. This one was a pretty good price. I think I got this for 10. And I see this in stores go for like 40, 50 bucks. I think maybe they're asking too much for it, but I think it's maybe just the hype of like, you know, any early Silver Surfer appearances in Marvel, you know, in other comics besides Fantastic Four in this time period. It's in really nice condition. I'd give it like a 7 or whatever, maybe more. Could use a press or something. So that was cool. One of the cool things though at this store was he's like, hey, because he knows I bring my kid there and stuff, and I've asked for like rock stuff, like rock Funkos, like rock and roll characters and stuff like that. And he's like, hey, you want this? I guess he got it for free from whatever supplier you get. So he hooked me up. It's Anthrax. It's a hardcover bound book, and it's got different stories from like Rob Zombie and what's his face from the guy who did Umbrella Academy. Well, you got J.G. Jones, Eric Powell. It's just really cool if you like the band Anthrax and comics and stuff like that. There's a sick cover here. I don't think this might... Oh, no, it's not Alex Ross. They have used Alex Ross in their albums before. This guy they've used on like a lot of their other albums. I don't know his name from the signature. See if you can see it. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. Happy to get that for free. All right, before we get into comics, I want to show you some toys I got. You know, I used to buy a lot more toys back in the day. I'm more of a collector. I would go after a lot more Marvel Legends figures, a lot more Star Wars. But I got more into comics. But, you know, every once in a while, I see something. And especially if there's like a sale or it's for a good price, I got to grab it. Friggin' Don... of the Mos Eisley Cantina Black Series figure. Thought this was really cool. What I always like about they call it the All Bith Band modal nodes. But the funny thing is the real name for the type of music that Friggin' Don plays is jizz. I'm not kidding. That's what they call jazz in the Star Wars universe. They call it jizz. I don't have monetization ready yet because I don't have enough subscribers or views yet. So I don't know if saying that word will hurt me, hurt this account in any time in the future. This is something from Star Wars. You can go to Wikipedia and look it up. I don't think it's spelled exactly the same thing, but really funny. Very funny. And then here's another one I grabbed. Another toy. I actually been wanting to get this one for a while. The only thing I don't like these new boxes. So this is like technically, this is already old. They don't do these anymore. Uh-oh. They don't do these anymore. The window. Now Hasbro, I guess, has like an initiative to be more environmentally friendly. They decided they're going to do just solid boxes on all their figures. And, I mean, I know what they're doing, but I don't think it's a great idea because you want to see the figure, the window. That's what makes it kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe they could have done something where, like, this opens and the inside's, like, partially, you know, it's tied down. I don't know. Maybe they'll do that. And they have done that before with their Marvel Legends and Black Series figures. So, but you know, I was happy to get this one though because this is the Japanese SpiderMan based off of the TV series from like the 70s in Japan, and you know, they brought him into the Spider-Verse, which is pretty cool. they brought his robot. That's always been the crazy thing about the SpiderMan show in the set in Japan, is that he rides around like in a giant kaiju robot, just like Spider-Man always did, and in the comics. That was always my favorite, when he would ride around in his giant kaiju robot. But this one, I just because of the design of the box with the kanji and the art on the side, I wanted to get this one. So, all right, well, that's it for toys in this haul. Let's finish this up. Batman 200. This is, been wanting to get this one for quite some time. This one cost me, I don't know if I want to say the price. You could tell me if I got screwed on this, or if I got this for a smoking deal. You could leave that in the comments section. Did I get screwed on this book, or did I get a smoking deal? This was $34.99. This is Batman 200 from 1968. This is considered the fourth appearance of Scarecrow. I guess Scarecrow appeared in like 2 issues in the Golden Age, and then he had his like first Silver Age appearance somewhere a little before this. And then this is considered his actual second in the Silver Age, or fourth overall appearance of Scarecrow. So that's kind of cool, these Batman characters are so freaking old. So if you can get a decent copy of like one of their early appearances, that's great. Another cool thing about this cover, it has to have this little stamp, but whatever. It is the first Neil Adams Batman cover. I looked that up. Obviously, he just drew this part and not the, these are reproductions in the background. I do love the colors. It's a, white cover. There is a little bit of age tanning, minor, not too bad. The interior and the back is amazing. The only bad, really, well, if you, it does have that little stamp on it. Sorry for getting the reflection from my, the whatever this thing holding up the phone. And then there's like a little bit of color breaking on the spine, but overall it's really nice. It's really clean looking. Classic presents well. Happy to have this. I think I've seen it go for more conventions, so I think I got a good deal. I've seen people on eBay trying to sell this for like $80 or more. I think it probably got more attention because it is the first Neil Adams cover. So, hey, that's cool. Happy to have it. All right, let's round this out. This was a store I went to today. It's kind of more like a coffee shop in Colorado that also sells, they have comics, records, magazines. I always like to check once in a while. Sometimes I find some good stuff there in their boxes. This is, I think, got a pretty good deal on it. This is my second copy of this. Justice League of America Annual 2. Key significance. It was the first appearance of Vibe and Gypsy. And Justice League Detroit. Which I don't know if they ever did anything with that. But this was $4. It's in decent condition. I give it like almost VF. Happy to have it. I think it's a good price. So, found this for $4 as well. I think this one's pretty good. Really nice condition. There's a little tiny little ding in the top corner, like real tiny. But Justice League Adventures #1. Awesome. Bruce Timm, Alex Ross, not Axl Rose. Alex Ross cover. I was trying to find some Batman Adventure stuff or anything like that. It didn't really have anything I wanted, but like I saw this, and I don't know if Kevin Conroy did the voice of Batman. I think he did in the Justice League series that came out like years later after the Batman animated series. If you weren't aware, as of time this video was being recorded, Kevin Conroy passed away a couple days ago of, I guess he had cancer. It was really sad. He was only 66. It's amazing what an impact he had on Batman and like the Batman comic community or fandom. It's interesting with voiceover work, it's like people have taken those for granted over the years. And I feel like what's great about the Batman animated series, it made like, Mark Hamill did the Joker and Kevin Conroy did Batman, and they were so well done and so iconic that you saw like them get emulated in other ways. Like Kevin Conroy's voice for Batman is like just perfect, and so it's kind of sad. Happy to grab this. So cool. Let's move on. Omega Man #2. This isn't really a big deal. I think I got this for like 3 or 4. It's in really, really good condition. All the key significance about this is that there's a preview to Omega Man #3 in the back of the book. Omega Man #3 is the first appearance of Lobo. They just announced, well, there's rumors that, James Gunn basically is the new Kevin Feige of DC. He popped something about Lobo recently. It's kind of funny. Everyone's like jumping on this, thinking that like, well, what's the guy's name who plays Aquaman? Jason Momoa. And they're like, oh, he's going to play Lobo. And I'm like, is he? Because, I mean, he would have been a perfect Lobo. Like, I think if there was a character that, like, would have came to life, Jason Momoa as Lobo would have been great. It's kind of funny because it kind of had Aquaman be Lobo in a way in the Justice League movies. He's like the badass guy. He's like, yeah, bro. So there's been a lot of like uptick on Lobo stuff. So I figured I'd grab that. I already have #3. That's him on the cover. You want to look for Omega Man #5. That's his second appearance. So kind of cool. Here's another minor little Lobo key. I think 18 is the first part. Yeah. This is considered 18 and this are considered the first, like, because when you first see Lobo, let me see if I can show you guys real quick. I'm gonna walk away a second, and you probably hear me talking. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. He looked like this. He looked like a weird, like, clown man. He's not the Lobo we know. Oh, and here's the other book if you're looking for issue 5. That's what #5 looks like if you want that second appearance. So I guess Justice League International 18, which this is not, this is 19, is considered the first appearance of the Lobo that we all know. The badass with like the leather jacket. So, all right, here we go. Let's finish this up. Justice League Europe #34. Just a cool Lobo appearance. And then Justice League Europe 33. Another early Lobo appearance in the DC universe. What's cool about this book, I didn't even realize this. This is fun. I didn't realize this till I came home and I actually looked it up. I wasn't even going to buy these. These are only like $3 each. But this is not just a cool early Lobo appearance in DC Comics, like in the, interacting with the superheroes. This is also Sonic the Hedgehog's first comic book appearance. Now, it's an advertisement, but it's a 16-page story. I think I tried finding out what other books it was in that month with DC Comics. I guess there's a Superman issue, Superman 62 or something. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. And Sonic Comics can go for a lot of money. I heard, when I was looking this up, they said that there was a tendency for people to tear out the middle insert from the comic and try to sell that as like its own like first Sonic comic. So if you are looking for this issue, Justice League 33, make sure, one, this book's going to feel a little thicker than the other book because there's 16 extra pages in there. But make sure that that's in there. Now, you shouldn't have to spend too much on this book. I see people trying to sell it, if they really promote that Sonic thing, they're trying to sell for like $35. I think it's really cool. Like I said, I was just trying to get like early Lobo appearances at the store, and I knew like the back issues were pretty cheap. But then when I saw the Sonic the Hedgehog thing, I was like, oh, That's pretty awesome. So happy to have that. So yeah, that's it for the haul. Let me put a nice book up to kind of end the whole video. So if you like what you saw, give this video a like. If you have any questions or want to leave a comment, you have something nice to say, you have something mean to say, don't say anything mean. Oh, I mean, I can't stop you. I mean, I could, but whatever. Leave a comment. If you like these videos, if you like comic book videos, if you love comic books, why not subscribe to You Love Comic Books? Check out my eBay and Instagram under the same name, You Love Comic Books. All right, well, on that note, you're going to see a last video here, another video here, and my subscription button right there. All right, on that note, have a good one, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.